Hey friends, it's Anna. How are you guys doing today? I am doing great because I recently got a bunch of new stationery items and I'm so excited to share them with you. This is the stack we're going to be going through. I got some new journals, washi tape, markers, stamps. There's a lot of variety in this haul. So I'm excited to unbox them with you, test everything out, sit back and relax, grab a cup of tea or a snack, and let's geek out over some stationery together. First up, I have two new journals. Let's go over this one from SeQues, I'm not sure how to pronounce it first. This is going to be my bullet journal for the second half of 2023. SeQues is not a super common brand I see online. I don't know if I've ever seen someone on YouTube using one or even reviewing it. And I just found it by scrolling on Amazon. The first thing that caught my eye about it was the price. So this was only $15, which is really affordable for a bullet journal. The Archer and Olive one we're going to talk about next was over double that cost. It makes me a little nervous about the quality of the journal, but let's just open it up and see what we have. It does come in this nice gift box, and there were actually some other goodies in here. We have this metal bookmark ruler, some little music themed clips, 2 sticker sets, and a full calendar. Here's the journal. Wow, it's really nice. It has a linen cover, and I love this sand color with the golden stalk of wheat. It has a very neutral, soothing, understated aesthetic, and I really like that. So even though this was a new brand to me, the reason I was willing to give this journal a shot was it kind of checked all my boxes. It has the elastic, 2 bookmarks, a pen holder, it has the pocket in the back for scraps of paper or stickers. The journal does have numbered pages, which is nice. It's supposed to lie flat, and it lies flat pretty well actually, considering this is only the second time I've opened this journal. But the biggest thing it has is 160 GSM paper. Thick paper is the most important thing I look for in a journal to prevent bleeding or ghosting of my markers. What's really interesting though, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but the text is green. That goes for the page numbers too, and the dots in the journal. It's like a really light green color instead of gray. That's very unique, but I kind of love it since green is my favorite color, and it's definitely not obtrusive in any way. So the last thing before moving on to our next stationery item, let's flip to the back of the journal and do a pen and paint test to see how these pages hold up. Next up, we have this square notebook from Archer and Olive. If you're in the journaling or stationery world online, I'm sure you've heard of this brand and their notebooks. This one also comes in this beautiful gift box. Let's open this up. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. Wow, the green is stunning, and the contrast with the gold embossing. This is absolutely my favorite shade of green. It's not olive, it's not emerald, it's that in-between shade of a deep forest green. This is actually my first Archer and Olive notebook, but I see so much of A&O online. I feel very confident about the quality. It's a dotted notebook, it's 160 pages, also 160 GSM thickness. It has the elastic, bookmarks, all that. I just can't get over this screen and how beautiful it is. The reason I got this journal is exciting announcement. I am starting a reading journal. This is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and right now I feel like for some reason I'm just ready to put in the time and effort to start this new hobby. I know it's a bit of an odd time to start a journal because we're in the middle of the year, but I really didn't want to wait until the beginning of 2024, so I'm just gonna start now. So keep an eye out for a video soon of me setting up this journal. My plan is to start sharing some more reading journal and book content on this channel. And if you have your own reading journal, please let me know in the comments any spreads you like, any advice for setting up a reading journal or keeping one. I am open to all the suggestions you have. Next up, we have some washi tape. I got two different. This one was really eager to be shown. Okay, I got two different sets. This is very surprising, but I've actually never bought washi tape. I do own two washi tape sets, but they were both given to me as gifts, and I actually have them. It's these two sets. They're both really pretty, but very specific. So they're only gonna go with a very particular type of design and vibe. So I don't use them that much. I did use this one in my 2023 journal setup. So if you've seen that video, you'll probably recognize these. But I wanted some more washi tape that would kind of just go with more things, more neutral tones, more basic colors and variety to choose from. So that's what this set is. Let's see. It's so beautiful. I love the just vibe and color palette of all of these. It's definitely my aesthetic. I love how many options I'm going to have. My basic colors and then lots of patterns. So if I wanted to add one with stripes or grid or circles, there's plenty of options for that too. I think it looks great when you layer a solid washi tape and then one over that with a pattern. So I'm excited that this will give me lots of options. This next one I'm so excited about, and I got this one specifically for my reading journal. Oh, look at this, it's so beautiful. So we have like a vintage map tape. There's this like cursive script tape. This looks like almost like old newspapers. These are tickets. This one, I'm not sure. There's a ticket, there's a immigration office stamp. So it looks like it's maybe just like vintage documents. I love just the vintage aesthetic of these, and I think it'll go perfect in my reading journal. I'm planning for my reading journal to use a like light academia aesthetic, so these will match perfectly. And I also really appreciate the varying widths in this one. And both of these washi tapes are from the brand Made. I don't know if the K is silent or not, so I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but I got both of these on Amazon as well. Next up, we have some markers. I have the Tombow dual brush pens cottage palette. And if you guys have seen any of my bullet journal videos, you probably know I am a big fan of the Tombow brush pens. I use these all the time. I already have several of their color palettes, so I'm excited to expand my collection. I wanted to get the cottage palette specifically because it looks like there's some good colors in here that should be pretty light and translucent without being too bright and pastel. I really tend to like muted colors more than brighter colors, but I also don't like my drawings in my journal to be too opaque and overpowering. So it's always a challenge to find that combination that will be semi-translucent and not too dark in the way it shows up on the page, but will also be a nice muted tone, if that makes any sense at all. So I'm hoping this palette will give me some more options there. Okay, next up we have some book stamps, and these are for my reading journal, as you probably guessed. They are silicone stamps. So let's open them up here. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do because they're on this sheet, and here's the back. and I can peel them off. I think I can. Yeah, they do peel off, but then it's like that. So I don't know if I'm supposed to peel them off or not. Yeah, I think you're supposed to peel these off, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna peel off my least favorite one. Probably this one, I think. It looks more like a journal than a book. Here it is. So I think I'm supposed to press this down on a stamp pad and just use it like that. Let's just test it out. The instructions has a picture of this square glass piece for pressing down the stamp, but I don't have that, so I'm just using the lid of my ink pad. Oh, and the stamp sticks to it. And I'm just going to use the lid for pressing down again. It worked okay, the ink didn't fully transfer, but you know, I'm actually okay with the ink transferring imperfectly because it gives it almost a vintage antique look. This last one, I'm going to try pressing with my hand instead of the lid, and I got ink all over my hand. This one did transfer the best though, so pending some user error issues, I do really like these stamps. Okay, the last thing I have to share with you guys is this beautiful sticker book. It's called the Botanist Sticker Anthology, and I actually got this as a gift from one of my friends a few months ago. I haven't used it that much so far, but I think I'm gonna start incorporating these stickers into my reading journal. For that journal, I'm planning on going for more of like a scrapbooky vibe instead of doing a lot of drawing. So the washi tape and stamps, maybe some tea stain paper, and some botany stickers. Let's open this up. It has this pretty inside cover, and here's what some of the stickers look like. I really appreciate how it has different sections for different biomes to kind of organize the plants. It also has some other stickers like these fancy letters. This makes me think of those ornate letters they use for the first letter of the first word in fairy tale books. I definitely want to somehow incorporate those into my reading journal. Here's what some of the other stickers look like. I think the art on these are so beautiful, so I hope I can make it work in my journal. Alright, that's all I have for this stationery haul. I hope you guys enjoy checking out all these new supplies with me. Thank you so much for hanging out. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you're looking for some more bullet journal content and some upcoming reading journal content. Thank you guys for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.